canceled, but as of late this afternoon, NJ Transit said its buses and trains were all on or close to schedule. They are cross-honoring tickets and passes and keeping stations open as impromptu warming stations throughout the weekend.
We have a large army of workers mobilized to make sure that our trains and buses are in tip-top shape, and also to make sure that our stations are clear. So, we'll be out there salting platforms, salting bus areas, and just making sure it's a safe ride for our passengers.
We drive so far and we want to see, the Times Square, because it was the first time we came to visit, and we were expecting this, and kind of messed up our plans. We're probably going to go for a little bit, and then later on come back, because we have little kids.
It's New Jersey. If you live here for a reason. I live here because I love the colder weather. The colder, the better. I think that the cold keeps you younger and it keeps you alive.
Can't find a shelter, we stuck outside unless they let us stay here. Or on the train. We ride the train all night and go to sleep.
Well, that may be the case that some people would like to handle, but nobody wants to go to sleep in this kind of weather. Our David Cruz has been reporting all day long on the preparations. He's live outside Newark Penn Station right now. David, any sign of this weather moving in?
No, Mike, we have been throughout the day getting little spritzes of snow, but we're getting a little bit of that right now, but so far nothing falling.
We get a lot of storms rolling through. It's not unusual. That's why they call it winter. But this one is serious enough that the governor late today declared a state of emergency. From the people you've spoken to throughout the course of the day, and especially this evening, are you getting any sense that people are taking this one especially seriously?
Very seriously, Mike. A lot of these salt spreading crews have been on the clock since 2 o'clock this afternoon, so the later the snow goes, the later it ends, so that's going to be an issue for budgets as well. But a lot of people here at Penn Station, it was probably twice as busy as it usually is for a Thursday afternoon. A lot of people are trying to find alternate routes because a lot of these flights have been canceled. We just saw a Greyhound bus headed to Detroit, Michigan, where I'm guessing it's probably a little bit colder.
David, we see a lot of what goes on with the storm on the roads. We see a lot of what happens in the suburbs and in the rural areas of New Jersey. Talk to me what a storm like this does to a city as big and as tightly compacted and as populated as Newark.
Yeah, that's a good point, Mike, because, once the word starts to spread about an impending snowstorm, people start to get a little agitated, but also in a place like Newark where the traffic, especially during rush hour, is just terrible on a regular day, it's probably twice as bad today. There's a lot of traffic behind our cameras here and a lot of extra bus traffic here, so people are kind of on edge a little bit, but they seem to be moving along pretty well, so fingers crossed. And luckily, I guess so far, it hasn't started to snow yet.
All right, the big question. Thank you very much, David. Go inside, get some hot chocolate or coffee or something stronger if that suits your purpose right now. David Cruz has been out in the cold for us all day long. So when is the storm actually moving in? We're starting to get some flakes here in the Montclair area. Some have said it's a nor'easter. Look for it out of the north, look for it out of the west, or maybe even out of the south. Joining us now on the phone is the NOAA meteorologist from Mount Holly, Walter Dragg. Mr. Dragg, good of you to join us. What are we looking at here right now?
Well, snow is overspread virtually all of New Jersey now, and we will be seeing it varying rates of intensity through the night, sometimes an inch an hour, and other times a quarter inch an hour. It all winds down rapidly between roughly 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Wow.
At that time, the north-northwest wind
من 6 ل 10 إنش بكرة الصبح بيكون الثلج. عندنا في نيويورك أخف إن شاء الله. واو 5 تحت الصفر بكرة الحرارة.
And the lowest temperature, it's the actual temperature itself?
Generally in the single digits up north and the teens elsewhere.
The word blizzard is bandied around an awful lot when we have snowstorms in the winter.
واو
And
سيارات.
I'm wondering, we're hearing blizzard conditions. What actually constitutes a blizzard? And are we about to get hit by one?
Well, we've got frequent gusts of 35 miles an hour or more for 3 consecutive hours generally, and visibility at or below a quarter mile in snow and blowing snow. Usually it's snowing very hard, rate of 1 to 2 inches an hour. It's possible that blizzard conditions, we're going to call them near blizzard, there are bigger storms. This is a good-sized storm. The combination of the bitterly cold air and the 5 to 8 inches of snow overnight will
snow because we've got a couple of other snowstorms that rolled through earlier this winter. And, I can tell you from personal experience that some of them have been heavy, water-sodden snowfalls that are not easy to move around. What about this one? Some say that it's more likely to be more powdery and a little more fluffy, shall we say.
That's correct. Fluffy is a good word. Temperatures are already in the lower